were talking this morning, and we were talking about how he was doing some door knocks and how he was using it's Road Warrior you prefer, right? Or is it the
I
other?
do. I like Road
Okay.
Warrior the best. Yes.
Okay, so there's two of them that we've talked about. There's Route for Me and Road Warrior. So Brian
Mhm.
had all these things he was telling me about Road Warrior and why he likes it. It really doesn't matter which one you use if you use it, right? We talk about it. Megan Wood talks about it in the door knock video, Drew, that you said you checked out her door knock videos. She uses it in there and she talks about it in those door knock videos. But if you don't utilize what's in front of you and plan ahead with what's in front of you, then it doesn't make any sense. So we realize that people really don't know what the benefits are. I did put that in a PowerPoint while we talked about today, those screenshots you sent me. Do you want to talk a little bit about why you're using it and why you like it? And then I can pull up the PowerPoint.
Absolutely. So Road Warrior. So a lot of people have heard of it. I think a lot of people are either not using it or they're using it wrong. I ended up talking to 4 or 5 different people over the last 5 days, and I gave them some tips on things that I just thought were just common knowledge, and they had no idea what I was talking about. So I thought, well, okay, if they don't know, there's probably a lot of people that don't know. So I'm just going to explain what I do. It's not necessarily the way you should do it, but it's what I do, and it works for me. You can download this app for free. You can use some very small routes for free. The problem is if you use the free version, I think you only get like 9 addresses per route, something like that. It's very small. So I highly recommend paying $10.59 a month to get this app. And if you do that, then each route can have up to 200 waypoints in it. And you can divide up your leads in any way you want: East County, West County, different counties, different cities, any way you want. The way I do mine is I have 3 basic databases for my leads.
Let
I have
me
the
interrupt
East.
you real quick.
Yep.
Can I interrupt?
Go right ahead. Yep.
Can you see this PowerPoint on your screen?
Yep.
Okay.
That one right there just says that I have 9 routes in this particular program. And it actually says routes number 9. Okay. So if you go to the next page, you'll see the name of the 9 route. Well, it's more than that. And I've named them. You can name them anything you want. I've got one called Old Medicare Leads. I've got one called Jefferson County 5-6. I've got one called 200 plus. It doesn't matter what I've named it, but I've named them different things. You can create different routes. So you don't have to put all of your leads into one place. You can spread them out. Also, you should put every single lead that you get in this application. As soon as I get my leads, they go in the app. Whether I've called them or not, they go in the app. And then if you go to the next page, you will see there is a map that pops up with a little balloon for every single lead that's in there. Now, there's 2 ways you can view these. You can view a map view, or you can view a list view. And you'll see right at the top, it says map and list. I found out somebody didn't even know there was a map and a list view. So the next screen is the list view. And that is literally each individual lead with their name and their address. So
this is
if you,
this is the
yep,
map view. You
that's
can
the
click
map
on
view.
these. You can
Yep.
click on this and it'll tell you what your leads are.
And it will. So what you can do is you can literally just put your finger on one of those balloons and hit it, and it will show that person's individual information, their name, their address, everything about them. And the list view shows the whole list. Now, here's where somebody else was getting confused and they didn't realize this. You can optimize the list as many times as you want. So what Optimize does is it literally puts them in the best order to drive them based on where you tell it you want to start. And then it will just put them all in order, and it will make it the fastest way that you can drive. But let's say you've got it at your house, but now you're 25 miles away from your house. Well, you can re-optimize from where you're at, and it will put them all in a new order and give you the best driving from your new waypoint. Some people didn't even know you could do that, and that's pretty cool. And optimize is just at the bottom of the list. I actually don't think I have the optimize button on there, but it is. So, but anyway, you can optimize from any point. Here's the main thing. Go back to the map view. If you put your finger on whatever number you're going to look at, number 30, number 20, number whatever, and then I think, Noel, it's maybe the last slide I gave you. It's got a William Wells on it. That is what you get. So if I click on that balloon, I get that screen that pops up, and it's all about William. Here's what you can also do. At the bottom right-hand middle side of the page, it says navigate. So I can select William, and you're doing it perfectly. If I hit that navigate button, it will take me directly to his house, the shortest way from where I'm sitting. So you don't even have to go back to your list and run them in order. What I do when I'm out driving is I call up the map view and I see where I'm sitting. And if I've got 10 minutes in my schedule because of a no-show or because I'm early on something or for whatever reason, I've got a couple of minutes, I just look down and go, oh, okay, I'm close to number 22. Let's drive there. And that's what I do. And I think a lot of people didn't realize you could just do this on an individual one. You don't have to do it on a string of people. You could just say, okay, who am I the closest to? Navigate to them, and then pick it up again and go, who am I closest to? Navigate to them. And you'll be in front of somebody's house instantly. Then the other thing you have to be able to do is locate your leads. So your leads have to be with you, put them in alphabetical order or something so that you look up William Wells and you can grab it and go knock on his door. But there we go. I think a lot of people didn't realize that you could do this kind of stuff, I guess.
And bring your sticky notes with you too.
And bring your sticky notes. Absolutely. What this will do, though, is it will take all the extra time out of your schedule because I don't have to think about anything. If I'm just out driving and I've got 10 minutes, I call this up and go, okay, I'm really close to Noel's house. I'm going to go see Noel.
Drew, did you use this or something like this?
I was just telling Veray, I did. I use Google Maps. Google Maps allows you to pretty much do the same thing, but it doesn't allow you to optimize, like Brian said, where it gives you a route to everybody else. But I did.
And I agree. Google Maps is really nice, especially if you have a short list of 15 or 20. But I've got a database. My west side of Louisville has 120 leads in it. And it's there all the time. And they're in there until I either sell them a policy or I just completely give up on them.
Right. So this keeps all your leads in one spot, like
Exactly.
all the information on your lead and where they live and stuff in one spot. You always want to bring leads with you.
Yep.
Please don't forget your leads if you plan on door knocking or your sticky notes. But it puts it all in one spot. I love it because you've got like old Medicare from 2022 listed as one of your titles. You can title your leads. And Brian's got his own titles, but like if you live in it, like if you're working in multiple counties, which some people do, you can title the county Oldham County, Jefferson County, et cetera, and break it up that way. And if you're in Oldham County, you can click on that and optimize those or navigate to those, right, Brian?
That's it.
And it's just so efficient. Now, I don't care. I'm not making any money from Road Warrior or anything like that. What I do care about is you guys and optimizing your calendar, right? Optimizing the time that you spend, so you can get to one place quick. Like Brian said, if I have 10 minutes, I'll go knock on a door. Well, golly, that blows my mind because we do have people that have 10 minutes and they're twiddling their thumbs or they're going somewhere, going to Walmart or something because their appointment isn't for the next hour, right? And not that that's anybody on here. It's not.
Well, the one thing that I do want to make sure everybody knows is I literally put every single lead I get into this app. I think some people say, well, I'm going to put my drive-by pile in the map. No. I put them all in there because even if I'm going to drive to somebody's house and I have an appointment, I can still use this to navigate to their house.
Yes. And it looks like you can take these out once you write an app or something,
Yep.
or
Yep. Yep.
if somebody says, don't ever come here again, or whatever, you can delete them out. I mean, or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know that there's another app that some people use called
Route for me.
which you said is good because you can take a picture of the lead and it'll input it.
Yeah, the one advantage it does have is you can use your camera to input the address. I do like that, but I don't like it that I can't customize the little balloons. Like on this one, I can make them different colors to mean different things, and I'm not going to go into all that, but I used it that way with different colors for different things.
I like the colors. You can put your final expenses a different color, your Medicare is a different color, your mortgage protection or whatever.
Yeah. Just play with it for 5 minutes. You'll figure it out.
This one costs money, right? Or doesn't cost money. It's an app. Okay. Sometimes that costs money.
$10.59 a month. I mean, that's the cost of what? Of an internet lead. I mean, shit.
Have you made your money back?
Yeah.
Have you? Have you made your money back?
I made it back this week to pay for the whole, 2 years worth. Absolutely.
Well, tell them what your activity was this week on using this app.
Yeah. So I actually sat with, I had 13 appointments, and of the 13 appointments, I created 6 of those 13 appointments directly from this app. So I wrote, I sat with 10, wrote 5. So, I don't know how you can figure it out, whatever, so it was a good number.
That's good. You made your money back and then some. Sounds like it's working.
Yeah. Yeah. I had 5,000 AP this week, and most of it was through drive-bys. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Hopefully somebody will take the info and run with it and get 1% better every day on what they're doing on their craft. Like Drew said, get it working on his craft. If you plan it that you're going to be working, then make that your work time, right? Remember, we all own our own calendars, or our calendars own us, which is other people start owning you if you don't own your own calendar.